Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Drag Ros podcast, a podcast where we don't very upload what a podcast where we don't
We
upload
don't
very
upload very
frequently,
much.
but when we do, it's very interesting. Today, I got with me joining. Wait, what? What am? This is what happens when I just wake up and I record a podcast.
God damn it.
Today,
This only happened once.
today I have joining me Hunter, and you all
Yo.
already know me as Noah. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into talking about the name of this podcast, which we totally forgot to do in our last episode. So, take it away, big man.
Alright, so to understand the Dragon Ros podcast, we actually have to go back to Minecraft of all things. And on the Xbox 360 edition of Minecraft. Now, on that we had two different worlds, one prior to the updated Aquatic update and one after updated Aquatic update. And it was basically just a world where Ross and I would just play. Dragon Ross is Dragon and Roscoe. Shortened, thrown together, put it in a blender.
Because we didn't have
It's
enough
good.
characters to actually fit onto the freaking Xbox 360 name.
Yeah. So what we ended up doing is we kind of built like this. We built worlds, and we kind of it's kind of more of our together thing in a way. And I came up with the idea of a podcast. Shout out to Noah, and we decided to use that name as more of a callback to it, and we completely forgot to acknowledge that in the very first episode of the podcast.
Which I feel like I feel like that's something you probably should acknowledge in a podcast, especially if it's your name of the podcast.
Yeah,
It was a very interesting like world though, because we always forgot to like put a roof. Like
yeah,
it was we
speak.
started on one, we just never finished it.
Yeah, that needs to be a thing that we we should do more collabs, like even like a Java or a Bedrock collab. We do exactly that, and our running gags is we just never build a roof on a house and keep
Nah, you,
going.
you know what would be great?
Yeah.
Before before I leave to college, what would be absolutely amazing is if we get back on that world, both of us, and we build a roof. We finally build the roof before I go to college.
We'd have to do that on two separate houses. You know that, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, but like it would still be great. It's kind of like passing on, I guess. Like we've kind of graduated from, I guess, playing on the 360 and all that
I
sort of
still do
junk
that, but
too.
but
Like, which I mean,
to
this
be fair,
this probably won't be for like another year because I don't plan on going to college for another year still. Kind of thought
yeah,
about it and I was like, well, I mean, college is great, but I kind of want time to try and do YouTube again, especially since I'm taking a little break from that.
I
So let's
you know
kind of, hmm?
you know it would be really cool that you brought up the college thing.
Mm-hmm.
Our worlds, the Roscoe's cool world and my lover world, at least one more time, hop on those, or even if I can get new wireless controllers because that one I'm using completely tries cutting out and it's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Do like tumble or glide or battle just on that one final time for college. That would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't touch the 360 anymore anyway, so it would definitely be a good way to like, because I probably won't be like, I would only probably be back for like holidays,
Yeah,
or unless like something happens. So, you know.
yeah.
Hmm. Well, on the
Hey,
topic of my like, forgot what the hell I was gonna talk about, but on the topic of like, YouTube and
you literally just wrote that
college.
like 5 minutes ago.
No, it's not that I forgot what I was gonna talk about. I forgot the cool ass transition I was gonna have, and it would have been sick. But then you start talking again, and I was like, well, fuck. Okay. Um,
Oh, so it's my fault.
yes, it is. But I guess on the topic of like YouTube and wanting to do that for a whole nother year, let's talk YouTube stuff, huh? YouTube. So recently
Now, who wants to start out?
I've seen a
So
bunch of
who wants to
like
start first on
I'm already talking, bitch. Fuck
that?
you.
All right,
Um,
continue talking then, bitch.
this is why our parents hate you.
They can say the same thing about you.
I know. At least I'm self-aware though. Anyway, so recently myself, I've seen like a lot of like sudden growth on my YouTube stuff. Like I went from like probably barely get if I was lucky, I was getting 20, 30 views on a video to all of a sudden now I'm getting 100 plus on every single video. And it's a great thing, do not get me wrong. But suddenly just like getting so many views is like insane. It's something you don't expect when it's, I guess, happening. Which I mean,
Yeah,
it's not like blow up like what Dream had, where you're getting like
yeah,
25 million views per video, and it's Minecraft Manhunt, and then you get to like fight your friends for fun, which that would be fun. I still want to do a
yeah.
Minecraft Manhunt with people, but they're too scared to fight me.
I think it'd be, I think it'd be really cool just as a shake up in your content. There's also you're big on Minecraft combat. We might as well do that. 'Cause we did that a lot on the 360 anyway.
See,
A lot, I think.
I
I
think
think we only did it once,
I think
but
what would be
still.
fun is not many people do it on Bedrock Edition, so I'd be totally
I
down
mean,
to do it on Bedrock.
yeah, and I
So,
better at corner Java, but
so I mean, like, I
that's
I wouldn't have an issue with it. I think it'd be fun.
oh yeah,
And like I wouldn't mind doing it on Java, but I'm way better on Bedrock, so I just think it would be a pretty interesting twist, having like four guys run at me trying to kill me, and then here I am just like doink, doink, a doink, a doink, send them all
yeah.
to the shadow room.
Plus, like, there's several clips on the Switch where you've done several clips and clutches and like, so you're pretty much completely used to the Bedrock game.
Well, I mean,
So,
that is on controller too, though. Like,
well, to
but
be fair, it's more or less the same idea. You just gotta get used to different input. And I have to get used to trying to outmaneuver everything like that.
yeah,
So,
I think I'll probably try and get a bunch of people from maybe my Discord server to help. Um,
yeah, I can see that happening. Don't get
Especially
me wrong.
since a lot of them come from like Java PvP and it's roughly the same thing. I think that would be
Yeah,
pretty interesting to do.
yeah, and I just have to get used to doing it on PC and actually focusing on the combat,
Hmm.
trying to hone my skills there, and then trying to transition from Java PvP over to the Bedrock system. I
Which,
think that'd
I
be a
mean,
really nice thing.
to be fair, it's like, I guess it's not that much of a difference. And you could argue that, like, oh, he's making people who aren't used to PvP fight him in PvP. Of course he's gonna win. But that's still four dudes trying to kill you. Like, no matter what.
Yeah, we still got the numbers game on you.
Yeah,
To be fair, who said we didn't get prep time to hone our skills?
yeah, you're gonna get prep time, of course, and then of course I'll probably have someone like scout out a seed for me, and then we'll all just hop in, and then you guys will probably just go uka chaka around me while I just prepare to get absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, that's kind of something I noticed in like one more recent half mile videos. Is they did something similar to it, and it was like a hide and seek video.
Mm-hmm.
Which your description said completely reminded me of it. It was like wolves versus like one person. They all knew where everything was at. They all knew all the keys and whatnot. Alpha just had to get to it. So it was up to her trying to use her magic and whatnot to outmaneuver everybody. And I think it'd be pretty cool if we know like certain traps and like we have to force you along a certain way to do something, or if we give like a quest per se, which add a little difference instead of you just trying to speed run. What if we give you a quest on and you have to meet certain objectives before you finish your speed run? And since we know where those objectives will be located, we can try and outmaneuver you to make sure you don't get to them.
See,
I think that'd be cool.
that'd be interesting, but I'd like to do that.
Especially,
That'd be interesting, but I'd like to try and do that after I complete it normally because
Uh,
I'm not that good, man. Chill. I'm
well,
like I'm like the
it gives
casual
you a
good
little
at
bit
this
of a
point.
handicap. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
But
like casual good at this point. But if we do something like that, I think first I'd like to try and do the manhunts with like people I'm friends with, and then kind of go from there because I think it would be very interesting just have like four of my friends run at me. It would make for better content because I'm familiar with all of them.
yeah, you know how we operate. We would know how you operate.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of you fighting every hacker involved.
Oh boy, let's talk about hackers now, shall we?
Uh, we're
Let's-
still on the we're still on the YouTube topic, and you're the one that's still talking, so we might as well bring it up.
So without, I've made 3 videos on hackers. I've made let's talk about I've made Dear Hive fix your anti-cheat. Let's talk about cheaters on the Hive again, and then I've made my final one. Now, the final one is probably the one that like I sat down without a script, and I just turned on the recording. And that sounds like something I do all the time, but that one was more so. I guess the second one I didn't feel satisfied with. Like I made the script and all that, but after doing so, and it got 100% like percentage. I could have just left it at that. But the issue with that was
Yeah.
with the first video, there was always still like constant like fuck you type of energy going. So I was like, okay, hang on. Let me let me like step back here. And I could have just privated the video, but in my second video I said I wasn't going to. So if people are like, hey, you said you wouldn't private the video on the second video, I would have to reply to every comment like that. And rather than do that, I figured might as well make a video and let's get into like some deeper shit. Um, because
Yeah.
I never went into details with like everything. So that's what I did. I sat down and I went into details with pretty much everything from like
Yeah.
the ruined video I had that like made me pissed off in the first place, like what led to like the first video, the aftermath of the first video, the second video, aftermath of that, kind of getting into like some deeper stuff, talking about like when I was doing like gotcha videos and stuff like that, how I was getting constant hate there too, and that made me shut down my old channel. And then kind of moving on from that and honestly quitting Hive content because the server's just stale anyway. So I figured
Yeah.
if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out on my own terms rather than like, which you could argue the cheaters got to me, which they didn't. Um, but at the end of the day, I knew I would eventually kind of quit the Hive content. But
And cheers were just kind of the final nail in the coffin to get you away from the hive content.
it wasn't even so much the cheaters. It's just the Hive. I feel like I don't know. It felt like they were trying too hard, but also too little at the same time.
Yeah.
So they were like, they would work on the anti cheat. From what I've learned, they work on the anti cheat so much that they either end up falsely banning legit players because it's too good of an anti cheat, or they, let hackers, or well, I'm gonna refer to them as cheaters because they're not really hacking, but they ban or they let the cheaters just run wild, and after like
Like finding that
constant
Goldilocks spot.
yeah, and after like constant fighting of that and being like, wow, I try and record and I get my stuff ruined anyway. It's either I just quit the Hive, move to a different Bedrock server and keep doing my Java content, or just quit Bedrock altogether. And I love Bedrock. I love the PvP on there. I think it's a lot more simple than it is on Java, and it definitely is. It's more simple PvP and a lot simpler bridging. Honestly, my ideal PvP would be Java PvP, but then Bedrock bridging. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
Um, but I came to the decision that the Hive is just like, I don't know, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel
Oh yeah,
like
fair.
it didn't feel good to play it anymore. So I was
Yeah,
just
and
like,
like and every time that I've played on the hive and like my streams and whatnot on YouTube, I always feel like I go to one or two different games. And to be fair, like every time I've been on, I haven't played like just build or anything, and because I've just come off of a lot of building,
mm-hmm,
so I feel like that's not gonna help much, especially if I'm not used to speed building as much anymore. But like every time I've it's more or less why I didn't play Skywars, and I was really hyped to play Skywars and Treasure Wars, and feels like I just kind of run to the cheaters,
See,
and then it just kind of feel like itself the server's kind of stale. You look at one section of it, it's like, oh, I can come back in 3 months and nothing much is gonna change.
yeah, that's the issue with Skywars, like specifically. Like Bed Wars is getting a massive update where they're getting rid of Treasure Wars and they're making it Bed Wars. They're pretty much like revamping the entire game. Um, Skywars, on the other hand, it's difficult because Skywars is the lucky ores Skywars where you mine an ore and you get an item. They can't make it regular Skywars other because that would take out, the main game. Which honestly, I feel like if they just made like a separate game mode for not only like regular Skywars, but if they made one like competitive for both of those, where you had a leaderboard you could climb up, I feel like that would just solve a lot of the issues with the staleness. Because
Yeah,
I won't get burnt out trying to like climb a leaderboard. I could make content on that, and a lot of people could make content on that. So it really is just like at that point, what do you do there? Do you listen to like do you just like quit the server because nothing's happening and then come back when inevitably
it
they
feels like
add
they're
something?
prioritizing one thing, but other things are getting stale. They just kind of leave. And that's the problem. When something's getting stale, you need to do something to spice it up.
The
You do
issue
something, and it doesn't seem like it's enough to truly reinvent the game.
the
But,
issue
but like,
too though is that of course at the end of the day the hive staff are people. I can't be like,
yeah.
hey, you guys need to do this, this, and this while also making sure this game is running well. It's just like I can't do that. So I have to kind of just like
I mean,
sit
you
here and
can't.
wait for updates.
Uh,
And like I guess the hive also wants to make sure their anti-cheat's good, which again, they're struggling to do. So I mean, it
yeah.
really just depends on like what the hive feels like doing. And like once Bed Wars comes back, I'm sure I'll hop on and play. But that's like I feel like all I could really do. Um it's very difficult to try and like come up with new content ideas, especially, with the situation I'm in with like fighting cheaters constantly. And on the topic of cheaters too, it is very like so I didn't get into this much on my main channel, but it is very like scary when you get like told, "Hey, people want to dox you." That is terrifying. Not in the sense, and I've talked to you about this like, in person, but it is very like I guess I don't want my family affected. That's the main thing. If it's me, then it's one thing, but that also includes my family, which had nothing to do with it. So,
On top of that, it seems like that was going too far anyway.
over
But
over a Minecraft server is like ridiculous.
over Minecraft servers of Sunday's opinion on a block game server, mind you. If you want to continue hacking or you want to continue cheating, just do it. Why am I gonna care?
Yeah,
I
it
can always
and
find another server. Like
and the
you
thing
don't
that
need to waste
sucked.
all your anger on some dude or whatnot.
Yeah,
Come on.
the thing that sucked is I'm such a small creator. My opinion, like you do not have to give a shit. If I was a bigger creator,
Yeah.
sure, you can care. But I don't have much of an opinion or really much of a voice in the Hive like community right now. I have such like a
Yeah.
small like voice and it's just like, okay, well, now what? you gonna actually if you actually dox me, then like first of all, I'm a whole ass minor. So that's I feel like that's a pretty big offense there.
Oh
Um
yeah.
so
Bound to be at least a bigger fence.
and granted, I'm not gonna be a minor in 6 months anyway, but like it's still very bad to do something like that. And I mean, it's one thing if you do it in a video game, not really, but it's a whole nother thing if you threaten someone just because of their opinion over like, I guess this kind of goes back to I can't compare these very well because they're two very different things, but I guess like back when people were trying to get their voice out about like women voting and then you know, African American rights and stuff like that. It's roughly the same idea. People voice their opinion, and then all of a sudden, you know, bad things are happening. In my case, it's just like something small. It's just my opinion over cheaters in a kids block game made for probably 12-year-olds. And we have people who probably are around my age who don't know how to act on the internet, causing drama for no, reason, threatening to dox a minor.
I just looked that up. Uh, there's nothing, at least from what Google can say, that explicitly defines the minor thing. But most social media apps prohibit doxing regardless as the information received.
I mean, either way,
That's all I got.
like, even if there is nothing on the minor thing, I still feel like including that is like important though, because at the end of the day, I'm still a kid, and people have to take that in mind when like looking at my stuff. Like, I am just a kid who wanted to be a YouTuber, which it is very hard to want to try and be a YouTuber anymore, honestly. Like, content just feels so stale. Like, the passion is still there. I want to make videos and I want to entertain,
But
but
like, but not the drive's not really there.
yeah, it's more so like, hey, I can record this video and this video, but like, do I really want to? Do I really want to sit down and record this video for like a couple hundred views and then get right back to it? Like, I don't know, the process just feels so like it's so you repeat the process so many times, and I've been doing this for so many years without any growth. It just kind of feels repetitive.
Yeah, and I've said this multiple times on the Dragon KFG channel or Dragon Game Gaming channel that like I start. There was a point in the channel's history. You can actually look this up, pick a couple of videos from this era, and figure this out. But on Dragon Friendly Realm, I was just kind of turning out content for the sake of turning out content, or it kind of was getting stale at one point. Then Minecraft's resurgence happened in 2019, and after a little bit of a hiatus, I hopped back on, hoping that that's going to spark some extra views because what was the point of recording those videos if I wasn't getting much out of it? Obviously, that attitude's a little changed a little bit, especially with you as my editor. Makes things a little bit more cooler, and I can kind of like diversify my content a little bit, but this general idea still remains.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the same thing with like music too, where I've got the passion to make it, uh, like, uh, like a career and whatnot. But do I have the drive to do it? Especially like, oh, you gotta do this, or you gotta do that, you gotta do that. It's killing my creative drive to want to do this, to want to write, to sit down and write something. Well, if I want to go and sit down and record this, well, now I gotta do marketing. Now I gotta pay this. Now I gotta put this out there. My and it's one thing to have like a business model for that sort of thing, but people come there not for the business model. They come there for you, the creator, and the creative side of things. So if you're going the creative side of things, you're just creating shit for the sake of creating shit, and nobody's gonna want to come see that. And I don't feel like bringing this up to like any of the job coaches and stuff that I've got because they're gonna more or less tell me it's discipline. But you sit down and write something. And I feel like, well, okay, it's them against me, and we're not getting any stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
I definitely feel like that's gonna be definitely the case. And even if, like even on Twitch, I barely get a lot of people showing up in my streams, or even people showing up to streams on YouTube. But I found it really enjoyable to do.
Yeah.
So even if they don't show up, maybe the three porn bots in my chat enjoy it enough because they jumped up and decided to be the porn bot. But like, and luckily that hasn't happened on YouTube
Yeah.
yet. This is why we have my mod and stream ops if I can figure out how to mod them. But
Yeah. I guess
it's,
for me though,
like
like,
I got like a lot more enjoyment out of it than I
mhm.
thought I would do. Alright,
For me with like
so back.
streaming, it's like I enjoyed streaming for the longest time, but right now it has been like, and recently I've kind of felt like streaming again because I watched one of my friends stream Valorant and she looked like she was having the time of her life, and I was like, wow, I remember when I felt joy in my lifetime. I don't anymore. I'm sad, depressed, and emo, but man, I remember feeling happy. Um, but so I've been considering streaming again, and I'll probably end up doing it probably today, honestly, if I get around to it.
I
mm-hmm.
mean, on days that I'm off, we can always just go and stream collabs. That won't be any big deal.
And I guess part of the issue too is when I first started streaming, there was someone I was friends with at the time who wanted to constantly, anytime I made content, he wanted to join in. And I was like, hey, I appreciate you wanting to join and wanting to like record with me or stream with me, but at the same time, I don't want my brand to just be both of us. I want it to be me with a little bit of like playing with friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He didn't understand that. So I streamed a lot more on my own. People like it was people barely joined and barely chatted with me, but I was like, okay, this is cool. I'm having fun. But now I'm to the point
Yeah.
where there's barely any games that I feel like playing anymore. So when I turn on my stream and I'm like, okay, my main games here, Valorant and Minecraft, which
You feel
one
like you're kind of like rolling the dice, like, all right, which one will I play today?
it's more so
And
it's more so which one will
I'm not.
not make me depressed, because that's how I've been like getting with those games, like especially Minecraft. Like I'm forcing myself to take a break from Minecraft just because like one, I feel like if I become worse at the game again, then it'll like make my spark for wanting to play the game like bigger. Like same thing with like when I started Java. I suck at Java. I love Java now. Um but with Bedrock, I'm good at Bedrock and I don't have fun on Bedrock. I just kind of get on. The only time I really get on is to record or to play with friends. That is the only time I open up Minecraft on Bedrock. And that's not something you should be doing. If you're going to get on a game, you should, enjoy it, not just get on for the sake of getting on.
I
For
feel called out on that. This is the only time I ever booted this PC to play Minecraft or do stream with Realm is to stream on it. And I've even brought up in my stream earlier, I need to get booted up more often and just play and just kind of do more stuff with it.
Mhm.
Because I was booting up to 360, I'm having the time of my life on there. And I even bring up, I'm having time of my life over there. I've got 2, 3 stacks of iron that I've got yet to smelt. And I still have yet to build a roof on the place I'm going on Bedrock. So
Yeah. I'm thinking I'll do a modded Minecraft Java survival on like a stream. I think that would be
yeah,
very fun to do. And I think that might spark my wanting to play, because I haven't wanted to play survival ever since like my school had a Minecraft server, and I joined that. And so at the end of the school year, they were like, "All right, you guys won't be able to play over the summer, but we'll keep the world so you can join back next year." And we're like, "Okay, can't wait to play." We come back next year and the world got deleted, and we're like, "What the fuck?" So that ever since
uh,
I lost all my progress on that, I have not wanted to like touch survival. Same thing with like my realms. I have not wanted to play it ever since then because I'm like, oh well, this shit's just gonna get deleted anyway. So
yeah.
it has
And
been very hard to want to like do anything on Minecraft.
I feel like since most of my channel is Minecraft, and I can kind of bounce between the two, it's a lot easier for me. But I've also had like a lot of creative stuff in
Mm-hmm.
Minecraft now, and I don't know it's probably not gonna be as often as you. Mine's literally just a let's play series and streaming and building thing, and I need to seriously quit procrastinating on that roof. I swear to God, I keep thinking of that roof. I I need to go look more roof designs. Scroll through YouTube, scroll through YouTube, scroll through YouTube, scroll through TikTok. Hey, wasn't I supposed to do something? Yeah. Maybe go check those roof design. There's one I've got, but I just haven't looked at to see how to pull it off. And
Yeah.
to be fair, like, I haven't minded God knows how long. So Oh,
Yeah, it's very hard to like want to like even touch Minecraft anymore for me because I'm like strictly like PvP only. It's well, not strictly, but that's like the only thing I'm good at when it comes to Minecraft. There was a time in my life when I was like the PvP guy. Like my friends would
yeah.
only come to me like if when they wanted to play Minecraft, they would come to me if they wanted to play PvP because they knew I would carry them and they knew they would win. And winning's great. People love winning. You have a good time when you win. And
Yeah.
I had a good time when I was playing. Of course, I felt like I was kind of being used for a bit there because, like, again, I was the guy they came to when they wanted to win. Which, I mean, that's kind of also an ego boost at the same time because, haha, I was good. But at the same time, it's just like, well, damn, what am I supposed to do now? So I just refined my skills on PvP because I was supposed to. And now I'm at the point where all I really know is PvP. I'm not very good at building unless it's some chunky ass snowman, and I'm not very good at like just playing Minecraft in general because I don't have that creative side to me anymore. So all I know how to do is stab shit. I have been the person that we play a Minecraft world, they don't want to get on my bad side. It's like that panda I had on my realm. People are just like, don't kill the panda, otherwise you're gonna have to fight him. And no one wants to fight him. So, I mean, it's
Nice.
nice being that scary, but damn.
I was just kind of looking over my YouTube channel over the past year, and I noticed like the ones that did absolutely the best, except for the rare Eden Zero video and the rare commentary video,
Mhm.
are like ones where I'm doing uh like a showcase. The first and the fourth showcase have 165 and 166 views respectively,
Mhm.
and the only one that outdoes them in the past year was you editing the Gravity Falls ending and my video on that. The only video that you've edited in the past month, like the past year, that hasn't done as well is the Tears of the Kingdom. But to be fair, I got that out super late. So,
Yeah, and I also had no idea what the hell I was doing with the editing on that.
and everything else decided to not to accept the cups, and we're just like, this has been taking too long anyway. Just put it out as is.
Yeah, I decided to add a little bits of editing and then like what I knew I could do, and then I was like, oh well, I don't know what
Yeah,
to do here, so we'll just skip that.
yeah. I know it's like the past couple of like videos, the Twitch rewind, and here's 2024, and your content overview, and like when your schedule I want to do, and everything of that nature. My Dragon's Quest series, that's been doing a lot better than those three combined. Okay,
Mhm.
that's kind of what I like. So, and it's more or less the same way with the streaming. Well, they're doing that Let's Play series is doing better than that.
Mhm.
Speaking of that, the schedule
Mhm.
where I have it done, I've done much better keeping to it on the YouTube side than I have on the Twitch side. And I'm only streaming there one time a week. You would think I would catch that one time per week.
And bro
Uh,
just has not wanted to stream.
yeah, and I keep coming up with excuses like, well, it's not on the day. And, well, I've always made time for Minecraft stream. Well, I'm tired. Bitch, you work night shift. If you're tired like this, then you need to find something different because that's not going to help you for shit. Now, I was telling Noah about this right before we started recording, but I was outright about to start streaming on Twitch, and he's like, "Yo, we want to record a podcast?"
What? We haven't made a podcast episode in like
Yeah,
months.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. And like, I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna record a podcast. It seems much better than sitting through a visual novel for an hour, 2 hours. Cause that's literally gonna be my Twitch stream. Look
No,
at a
knowing you,
visual
you'll probably
novel
get
for
off and
three
you'll
or four
start.
hours.
Knowing you, you'll probably get off here and start a Twitch stream and then sit through a visual novel for 3, 4 hours.
Oh god damn it!
That's why I've been trying to find the like drive to stream for more than like an hour and a half. It is so hard to want to do that anymore. I think I
Yeah,
might do a stream where I just turn off chat and I just stream. Try and get that passion back. That might be my next stream, honestly. I just don't look
Yeah.
at chat and I just play.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot more fun when I don't have to worry about like streaming to no one and all that sort of stuff. I got to thinking about it too. I should be
Yeah.
used to like doing stuff like that anyway, because when I play by myself, I'm not streaming to anyone. No one's there watching. Or if I'm playing
Yeah.
with friends, no one is there watching. It's just me and whoever I'm playing with. So,
Yeah, that's how they try telling people to get started streaming. Just visualize you're just live recording a video and you
well,
can't edit.
yeah, that's what I used to do.
So don't just so don't break the OS because you're not gonna be able to come back from that.
Yeah.
God.
I was streaming with someone one time on my alt account, and they ended up like dropping the N word, and I was like, well, this account's getting banned. It didn't
Oh
actually get
God.
banned, so that's good. But
Yeah, because they've banned people for much worse stuff, and they've let like big boobies just show up on stream. They kept that up for like a week. People were just kind of following the trend
yeah, that
since
was
Twitch actually said
wild.
something.
People just streaming with a censor bar like above their junk. That was the craziest shit ever.
There was one guy who did that,
His
and
wife got
I'm talking.
pissed at him.
Yeah, Twitch chat. There was a couple of Twitch staffs like, "You're not getting banned for this, but we're gonna make it a change so nobody else does it."
Shit was
Because he was just
hilarious.
God. There's so much shit people do on Twitch for God knows how much.
But yeah, I definitely think my next stream will probably just be I turn off my chat, I just don't look at it, and then I just stream. And I try and get back into doing what like 10-year-old me wanted to do. Actually, it's more like 6-year-old me because 10 is when I started doing YouTube, but 6-year-old me wanted to do YouTube.
Yeah,
So
and
I've been wanting to
yeah,
do it for so long now.
because like we've been watching Stampy and Squid ever since like 6 and 9.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I've been very wanting to do YouTube ever since like started watching people like that, and then start doing YouTube, and I'm having the time of my life, and then I get like constant hate, shut down a channel, create a new channel, get constant hate on one
right,
on a single video. So it's not like people start spamming my other videos, but just on one video. But that was enough to make me
yeah,
realize, hang on, this is like a good time to take a step back.
oh yeah,
And I really needed that because I took like a few days off socials as well. Like of course like I would watch like TikTok or YouTube or whatever, but I took like I guess what you would call a semi break because I would reply to some messages, but then other people I just wouldn't reply to, and I would stay like on invisible mode. And it definitely helped like taking some time away from like people, everything, like getting out of the content creation mind and back into like the Noah mind. And
yeah.
just realizing, hey, I used to like playing Valorant, and now I don't, but I'm still gonna play it anyway. I got accused of hacking earlier. That was great. Hey, big man, we're recording a podcast. Get your head in the game.
I was reading something.
We'll stop reading and focus on talking.
To be fair,
Bitch.
but make sure you want as much as attack.
I
I figured
know,
I could,
because your
I
ass
could
won't
snag him in.
talk. This is all
Yeah, but
staying in, by the way.
our first podcast episode was you talking about Valorant for God knows how long.
Yeah, because you didn't fucking stop me.
It was content.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If it wasn't for that stuff, we wouldn't have even broken an hour.
yeah, fair.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Bitch.
Hey,
Bitch.
bring that.
Don't wanna.
What's been like your favorite video?
My favorite video. Definitely the arson one. I don't know which one.
Which
Probably
one?
the first one. Probably the first one. Hey
Like,
guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm gonna teach you. I recorded that shit with mom in the room too. It was the greatest thing ever. And especially having a headset mic, that was amazing. Just like take the nacho cheese cup and shove it down the back of your throat. Don't actually shove it down the back of your throat because I don't want to get sued over stuff like this. But take the cup, shove it down the back of your throat. That's
oh
one.
God, that's not
Number two. Ah, there's a hair in my mouth.
the fuck.
I
I know, like you. I know you've already recorded these, and I've watched them, but I still hear it. And I'm like, you actually recorded that?
it's it's more so you actually remember that. I
Yeah.
didn't expect myself to remember half the script. I didn't even script any of that shit too. I actually had a hair in my mouth and I was dying. I started like
Yeah.
choking on everything and I was just like, well shit, okay, let me just end the recording right there. Recording that on my phone at an angle like where it was like, all right, nacho cheese cups and then shove them down the back of your throat. You know,
Oh Jesus.
maybe
Wasn't there one you recorded with Coda?
yeah.
Or was
There's there's
Jesus?
there's one I kind of recorded with Coda, I guess. It was like a different thing where he he made me record like putting what are those two fucking sauces called?
Fire and Diablo.
Yeah, Fire and Diablo. For some reason I
This
was
is all talk about not Jesus.
for some
Just
reason
FYI.
for some reason I was blanking on the sauce names. I don't know why. I get the same
We get it
sauces every time.
yeah, we get 'em every damn time. They get way too much in the damn bag.
Um but
I don't
yeah,
know why.
he made me take the two sauces and put them on a soft taco and no drink, nothing like that. Just eat the entire taco. And I was like, okay, bet I like spicy shit. I did it, no
Eh,
reaction. And he's like, he was, I'm, I had him do it before we started the recording. This kid was fucking dying. It was the funniest shit ever. After we finished the recording, of course, I took a little sip because I didn't want my mouth to be, fucking bothering me for the whole day. But it was
okay,
great. Um, and then I
that's
started.
fair. That's fair.
Eventually, I got so bored of the regular nacho cheese, I started doing the Fire and Diablo nacho cheese, which definitely kills your throat, but it's fun as shit to do. So we get fucked. I wonder if I could send Taco Bell those videos. I wonder if they would sponsor me. Just randomly hey
Motherfucker.
guys, I just got sponsored by Taco Bell. How'd you do that? Well, you see, there's a little story.
That would be one of the weirdest stories. Oh, hey guys, today's video is sponsored by Taco Bell. How the hell did you get sponsored by Taco Bell? That's
That's a story for
again,
another
just
time.
that's a story for another day. But just know it's sponsored by Taco Bell.
That actually
And
reminds me, like, so I'm not
the
sure
reason we have people that check the sewer lines.
but that actually reminds me, like, of course this is like face reveal, I guess, in a way, but also no one knows this even exists, except for like close
I didn't.
friends. So,
Yeah, I didn't even.
well, I'd prefer you don't,
'Cause I
because
know.
people know I'm your brother because I edit for you. So,
But
um,
to be fair, I also swear like a shit bunch.
mhm.
So,
But
and that doesn't work on my channel. So,
so you know how we plan on taking a trip to Florida over the summer, like
yeah,
probably over or over like my birthday week.
yeah.
Um, if I end up meeting a certain someone, then I will probably face reveal for my channel. Eventually, I originally wanted to do it for a milestone, but I was also like, I can make a lot of content out of face revealing, and I can do react content. I can do more so content that has my face in it that would actually look good. I could stream getting over it with my reactions, which I
Yeah.
don't want to touch that fucking game again. Fuck that shit. Um,
I I tried playing it for Nostalgia Week or no, Nostalgia Month last year, 2023, and I didn't play it because I wasn't sure if the game had any curse words in it or anything like that. So I played a little bit, and I think it's gonna be a while before I touch that game, man. I think I think after the plan is to beat the current visual novel I'm doing for Twitch, get through the Jet Stream Sam DLC and Multiverse Rising Revengeance, and then maybe go to getting over
Mm.
it. Or National Park Girls.
What?
But
You know what? Never
have you ever
mind.
heard of it?
Never mind. I don't care. Um,
The visual novel?
never mind. I don't care. And
Fuck
I
you.
don't want to know. Um,
I'm sending it to you.
shut up. Um, but yeah. If I meet a certain someone when we go on our trip, then I'm definitely gonna face reveal because I think that would be great content. And then I'll probably start promoting this channel more, and then I'll have my second channel, and which will probably be like more React stuff anyway. And then
Yeah.
I'll have like, my main channel. I just think having like, I guess I've been waiting to face reveal for a while now actually, but I
Yeah.
just can't because my brand is kind of the dude behind the mask, the dude behind the slaughter too. It's been so long
Yeah.
since last I've seen my shine. I should this my shoot to the man behind the slaughter. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I've wanted to face reveal forever now. I just couldn't figure out the right time. So I think once I meet a certain
That would probably
someone,
be good.
then I'll face reveal for sure.
And that would also open up a lot of like collab opportunities between two of us.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to worry about doing one thing or another. And
It probably would have made that battle minigame video a lot better too, because
a lot more
my POV didn't have like my face or anything, but yours did, and it made for interesting reactions. So
yeah.
it was very interesting. What about you?
And I had like
What's your favorite video?
probably one of the Dragons from the Realms,
Mm-hmm.
but it's probably if I had to go with an all-time favorite, then it
This
would probably be the
motherfucker
first
sent me
Dragons.
National Park Girls.
I told you I was gonna send it
It's
to you.
$5. I'm whatever.
That's just the first episode. There's 5 total episodes.
Yeah, I'm never spending a dime on that game.
Want me to spend the time for you?
No, I will stick with my
Damn.
horror games.
Damn. It's a real good story if you get a chance to play it.
If I ever decide I want to hate my life even more than I do, I'll check it out.
Yeah, I think you love it, but
I feel like no, Hunter, if I check that game out, I'll feel like even more of a disappointment. Like
can't be it.
when they go low, I normally go lower, but this is a case where I probably will not go lower.
Sure. If I had to pick an all-time favorite, probably like maybe the first Dragons from the Realm,
Yeah.
Dragons of the World, or like some of the more recent ones. And I know those ones haven't been like really big or anything, but like
Mm-hmm.
I think it's where I'm gonna start wrapping everything up and start kicking everything off, and the story is gonna be really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
If I could only find that damn phone, I would actually get the 250 episodes by now. But it's last I saw it, it was on my desk here, so I have a lot of cleaning to do, and I just haven't got my ass to do it.
Yeah, your bitch ass doesn't clean. There's like 70 Dr. Pepper bottles in there. Like, dude,
Hey, don't call me out on that.
I need to call your ass out so you'll actually fucking clean. I walk in there and I'm just covered in Dr. Pepper bottles. Like, dude, this is
There's
not
not
the
that
dump.
many Dr. Pepper.
I don't know
There's
about
not
that
that
one.
many. There's not that many Dr. Pepper bottles. There's at least 20, 30.
20 or
10.
30.
Like 10, 15.
See, chat, this is why he's a fucking stupid ass, bitch ass, dumbass. Wow, that's mean. Why would you ever do that to
You're,
me?
you're my brother. So.
God, I wish you could see the camera right now.
Yeah, this happened on both the podcasts, by the way. This thing has just been in a constant
Damn, I have
loading
long ass
screen
fingers.
on my.
Damn.
Yeah, his POV on my side, it's just a loading screen. So you can't even see his camera. This happened on the first podcast episode, and it happens now. And unless we find a fix for it, it's gonna happen forevermore.
Well, I do
So
think
that's gonna be
this is a pretty good place to wrap up at, though.
yeah, because we covered everything that we could have covered.
We pretty much
Or
covered
always,
everything we've even thought about talking about. So, without further
yeah.
ado,
Well, except the one that was seasonal.
well, yeah, but we'll have to wait a whole nother year for that one.
Yeah.
But without further ado, if you guys enjoyed this podcast episode, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already.
And I'll see you next
I'm
month,
not
I
even
guess.
not even done fucking talking, bitch. Damn.
Really, dog, bitch.
This whore. He doesn't even let me finish.
Hey,
But if you have, shut the
you
fuck
were
up.
complaining about me.
Shut
You
the
were complaining
fuck
about
up.
me not talking.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's what I thought. Bitch, I'm gonna go walk in there and beat your ass. But yeah, if you have any topics you'd like us to talk about, like talking about the world climate and global warming, leave them in the comment section below. We probably won't talk about the world climate and global warming, but we'll at least like acknowledge you exist. I hope you have a great day, and don't turn out like this stupid fuck. Catch you guys in the next one.
God damn it. Fuck you.
Fuck you too, man.